Well, let's remember that Wi-Fi is short for wireless fidelity, also known as 802.11. It connects you to high-speed internet and data networks using radio waves, the same way a cell phone or a television works. Hotspots are regions where Wi-Fi radio signals can be picked up by your client device that has wireless capability. Hotspots are created by wireless access points that are strategically placed in public areas for optimal coverage. Since Wi-Fi transmits in an unlicensed radio space, there are 5 challenges associated with it. 1. Imagine the interference created if 2 radio stations in your area use the same frequency. Or if you were at a party with loud music and many conversations going on while you were trying to talk to someone. There are 11 channels in the 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi spectrum, of which 3 are non-overlapping. Having more than one wireless access point transmitting at the same channel in the same area will create problems known as co-channel or adjacent channel interference. While 2 access points on the same channel will try to share the channel's capacity, there are many types of devices emitting in the same unlicensed band that outnumber Wi-Fi devices. Non-Wi-Fi devices such as microwave ovens, cordless phones, Bluetooth devices, wireless video cameras, outdoor microwave links, cordless game controllers, or even bad electrical connections in the same space where you are, don't work cooperatively with 802.11 devices and can cause significant loss of throughput. 2. Imagine getting on a busy road during rush hour. You'll need to wait your turn to safely get on the freeway. Like cars on the road, interference takes up bandwidth within the radio spectrum. For example, a microwave emits interference on a 50% duty cycle. This means that the oven operating at the same frequency as a wireless access point can reduce the effective throughput and capacity of your access by at least half. You as the client will need to wait until there is an opening in order to transmit your data. 3. Mark Twain said, "If you don't like the weather, just wait a few minutes." This is how a Wi-Fi sweep can be. A sweep is when a Wi-Fi technician goes into an area to monitor the radio environment and checks for signal strength and interferences. One of the most troubling issues about interference is that it is often intermittent. The interference may occur only at certain times of the day. For example, maybe when someone's operating a device such as a cordless headset, or maybe on certain days of the week. So unless an initial sweep is done for an extended period of time, it's very easy to miss sources of interference. And even if the sweep was extensive, let's say for 24 hours or more, things change over time. It's very easy for someone to introduce one of many devices that operate in the unlicensed band into your environment. No amount of periodic sweeping can truly guarantee that you have an interference-free environment. This is where having your own well-equipped Wi-Fi experts on staff can be more effective than contractors who are limited in their access to your spaces. 4. There's no point burying your head in the sand. Wi-Fi interference happens. College campuses are being challenged by the reality of Wi-Fi interference, and it's no different in the corporate world. The technical support engineers at a major Wi-Fi infrastructure vendor reported to Cisco that in a recent service call to a major customer, they found almost 20 sources of interference, contributing to over 50% of the problems on the customer's Wi-Fi network. The manager of a large group of outsourced wireless service representatives stated to Cisco that 1 out of every 3 Wi-Fi problems our service technicians get called out for is related to interference. And finally, 5. There are 2 types of Wi-Fi users: those who have lost connection and those who will lose connection. The impact of a single interferer on data throughput or data capacity of your Wi-Fi network can be astounding. There are 4 major factors that determine the impact of an interference device. The greater the power output, the larger the physical zone of interference the device creates. Analog devices such as some video cameras and older cordless phones have a constant, always-on signal. Digital devices such as digital cordless phones tend to burst on and then off. In general, the greater the percentage of time that a signal is on, the more frequently it bursts, the greater the impact it will have on throughput. Some devices operate on a single frequency and impact specific Wi-Fi channels. Other devices hop from frequency to frequency and impact every channel, but to a lesser degree. Some devices sweep quickly across the frequency spectrum, causing brief but serious interruptions on many frequencies. Jupiter Research reports 67% of all residential Wi-Fi problems are linked to interfering devices, such as cordless phones, baby monitors, and microwave ovens. A study by Farpoint measured the impact of various interference devices on the data throughput of Wi-Fi. At 25 feet from the access point, or client, a microwave oven was found to degrade data throughput by 64%. A frequency-hopping phone degraded throughput by 19%. And an analog phone and video camera both degraded throughput by 100%. In other words, no ability to connect. If you find you have a poor or inconsistent signal, see if you have any of the devices mentioned nearby. Sometimes, simply moving to a different location might solve the problem. It may be necessary to remove the interference device completely. There is hope. A new wireless standard, 802.11ac, offers many improvements over the current Wi-Fi standards. By using the 5 GHz radio band, which is a cleaner spectrum with fewer non-Wi-Fi devices. Less device interference in that space will greatly improve the user experience.